It's funny because, you know, I forget. I'm a rock biter. I have a very long memory. But sometimes I forget that my iCloud likes to put everything in the cloud. I need to change folder locations. Guys, hello, welcome. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. This is the Aristotle Full Throttle program. We're gonna go live on Instagram in like 1 second. Just give me 1 second. There's too many buttons. Oh man. Hey, just hang tight 1 second. My folder is downloaded. I'm wrestling with. There's lots of fighting going on. Welcome to the show, everyone. We are a little bit late today. It's okay. Robin, wait a second. Where's Robin when you need him? Today we're doing a live trailer reaction for Wandavision. You know, sometimes you look up at the clock and it says that it's noon, and then you go, "Oh no, we ought to have started moments ago." And you know, some days are like that. Did you guys see the Emmys last night? My goodness, The Watchmen, DC Comics at its finest. Hold on. Everyone, you're alive. You can see the same about your mask. What is going on there? Freeze, never mind. My mask, I have anti-COVID repellent. It's a Mai Tai. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Veronica. Welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle program. I'm your titular character, Aristotle Full Throttle, and we're going to talk today about WandaVision and Marvel and all that fun stuff. But first, we go get it together, because guess what? I noticed the last second when I pressed play. When I pressed start streaming, I noticed there's a folder on my desktop. I need to change the location of my files here. Or I need to tell this folder not to back up to the iCloud over the weekend, because guess what? For those of you who care or understand or even want to know about what's going on here, if you want to understand my struggle, I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-guy operation. I'm one dude trying to make this ends meet, literally. I'm trying to figure out how to run this show, but we're doing the fro. The anti-Bro Rogan show. That's what I'm going to call this, because guess what? We don't just bro out and talk about getting on the mat and doing the jujitsu and the judo. We don't just talk about that. We talk about movies. We talk about art. We talk about creativity and culture. That's what we do here on Aristotle Full Throttle. We like to advance the dialogue in politics and social awareness. I'd like to let you know that rain or shine. Because it doesn't matter, because that's outside, I'm inside. We're inside mostly. I've been inside mostly. I know that you have been inside mostly, because guess what? This is the wisest thing to do when there's an airborne illness going around. An airborne toxic event, if you will. Guys, you got in the chat room right now. I could use what we want to put forward on this show. American civil liberties. We want to try to retain this democracy for as long as our fingers right now, and we're watching it happen. We're watching it and feeling it and noticing it happen. It's fun, though. It's fun maintaining the idea of democracy. You know, I don't want to sound like like one of those people that's like, oh, when I was a kid, America. The foundation of the blueprint of this country is like no recently. Canada. You know, they're a little bit. This subject's of the Queen, though. You know what I mean? I got a little beef against Canada right now, but the subject's the Queen. Veronica, what you up to? How was your weekend? What did you do? I would like to know. Today we're gonna watch the trailer for WandaVision. I haven't watched it. I save these things because I want to watch them with you. Because you guys support the show, and I'm most excited when I share these moments with you. And I hope that you guys are loaded with your questions, your comments, your predictions, your theories. I hope you're loaded up on Mountain Dew. I hope you're ready to go. Twitch is going to be it today. YouTube is not doing well. Yeah, YouTube is not our friend, Veronica. Twitch seems to be good. Also, Veronica, if you go on... I don't even know if the Facebook feed is working anymore. It says error every day on Facebook. How do I fix that? I'll click on this button. It says error. It said September 10th is the last time it... September 10th was the last time my Facebook feed went through. What are your predictions, theories, expectations for, see, error. Close. Who knows what's gonna happen? My hair. Well, we're gonna let people file into the room, and while we do, why don't we go over to the Hall of Justice to see what they're dancing about. I want to fix something here, though. Wait, hold on a second. Let me just fix something. There's a dance party going on. What's going on there? Let me fix this. I don't want to put that on a loop. Wait, no, I do want to put that on loop. Hold on a second. Loop, restart, playback when the source. No, I don't want that. Guys, you guys are invited to be part of the technicality of... Hey! Bane! It's nice to see you here on the dance floor, as always. Well, Batman, have you decided to cut a rug with us today? Have you decided to dance? Dance, 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 because I'm Bane, I love to dance. Yes, Bane, it seems like that is incredibly and entirely out of character for you, but maybe if Aristotle Full Throttle could spend the time and figure out how to make us dance together, that would be spectacular and a great addition to the show. What do you say there, Bane?
Well, I think that's a great idea.
Hold on. I think they should be a little bit shorter. Right? Batman's. A little bit more headroom. Thank you. I have so much more headroom now. Look at this over here. Veronica is cleaning and keeping the kids alive. This is the most basic needs as a mom. Keep those kids alive. Feed them and teach them things. You know, teach your children well. That's what they said. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, they all said that. But mostly Graham Nash, you know, he wrote that song, Teach Your Children Well. Hey man, Graham Nash from 1960s. He was in the Hollies. They were a part of the British invasion, but then the Hollies broke up and he helped form Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. And they had like a prolific era in the late 60s and early 70s where they just wrote like so many hits, so many great sweet tunes for my ears. Cause yes, I see why you chose Graham Nash. I see why, cause teach your children well. It's a great song, you know what I'm saying? It's like, reminds me of our house in the middle of the street. I think you got two songs confused there, Rockbiter. There's Our House in the Middle of the Street, and then there's Our House is a very, very, very fine house. And that's the Crosby, Stills, Nash Young song. But this is this wonderful show. You know, it's great because this is going to be the show where people discover it like after the fact. They're going to discover the show. I'll be dead. I'll be dead many years, and someone's going to be like, "Oh, we discovered the show. It was actually I've discovered this show a long time ago, and it's terrible." I mean, I've been watching every single I've watched every. I don't even understand why I watch this show, but I do, and hopefully no one even watches the show and they understand why they don't. That's not very nice, Seth Rogen. We can see you, you know. We're not just on your TV, but we can see you. That's right, Seth Rogen. We can see you from where we're at on the dance floor. I just like to dance. I don't care what Seth says. I kind of agree with him. It was then I realized that the existence of such a show should be banned from all of our eyes and all of our ears. Such a show like this should not exist. It is an abomination, such as myself, a pig who is also half Werner Herzog. I realize that I should die immediately upon watching this show. Also because I am a half pig, half Werner Herzog. This is an abomination of nature. Just like this show. I just am getting beat up right now. I'm getting beat up by all of the people on this show. Why do I give them the airtime? Why do I allow them to talk? Oh my gosh. You guys watch the trailer for that show? You guys watch it? Anybody watch it? Is there anybody? Hey Veronica, it's just me and you today. So what are you gonna do for Thanksgiving, Veronica? Are you gonna eat turkey? I will not. Hello. I, myself, will not. I will eat fava beans and a nice Chianti with, you know, some human liver. Human liver. Oh. Wait a second. Hold up here there. Hang on there just 1 second. Get out of here. What are you, Looney Tunes? What are you, a character? What are you, a Merry Melodies? What's going on over here? Joe Biden, is that you? You've not been known to be polite all of the time. Sometimes you're rude, sometimes you say gaffes, you say things that are inconsiderate, or you say things that aren't well thought out. Listen, I'm serious. I'd like to take that mask off you, plunk it over your head like if it was raining on a Thursday in September. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. You can't wear... You're wearing a hole in your mask. You can't eat people's livers. You can continue on with your fava beans and your Chianti, but get off the liver bit. Hello, Ace like liver. Call is off quarantine. Callie is off the quarantine list for New York. Haha. Oh, cool. That means I could go to New York and not stay in a basement for 2 weeks. Thank you for letting me know that. Maybe I should go back there right tomorrow. Hey guys, what do you say? I go back to New York tomorrow? I would like some votes. Guys, if you want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/AristotleFullThrottle. Please do that. I'm literally asking you to please do that. Also, if you can't do that, if you don't find it in your wallet, just like the video, share the video, push the buttons, comment. Condyland knows what's up. Jake A knows what's up. Nobody's watched it yet. We're going to watch the trailer today. But first, as it is the first quarter of the show, oh, my guitar is not here. I was going to write a song for you. I'll write it on piano. Let's see if I could write a song on piano for you right now about doing the news. We're gonna make fun of the news. I'm not a pianist by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, we like to stretch our imagination. That's what the show's about. I do like mom's stuffing. Mom makes a good stuffing. She makes a good regular stuffing with sausages and whatnot, but I have not eaten that stuffing in years. Although it does look delicious, but she does make an excellent vegan and vegetarian sausage stuffing. And it's great. And I like it. And I will eat it. I will mostly eat my mom's vegetarian stuffing for like a week. Ooh, there's like feedback going on. That sounds like, oh, that could be RoboCop's voice. Ready? All right, I figured it out. Where is he? Where's? Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Just wait 1 second. I don't see RoboCop. Hold on a second. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. The folder isn't ready, guys. Let me tell you something. My friend made RoboCoptopus, and he has a new addition. He has a new addition to the show, and that is a perfect voice to have for RoboCoptopus. I just can't do it right now. We're gonna have to wait till the folder downloads because I'm so dumb that I forget that I leave the files in the cloud. Yeah, you're so dumb, and you're a white guy. You're not diverse enough for me. I'm Cyndi Lauper. We're gonna hammer home. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. My bad. Oh, there's things popping up everywhere. Guys, you like when I'm wrestling with things. Yeah, this show is so dumb. You're always with the technical buttons and whatnot. I would much rather someone diverse. You know who's diverse? That guy Richard Ayoade from the IT crowd. Now that's a guy who's diverse. Cyndi Lauper, I look just like that. Nah, you're a white guy. You want to go back to New York? You should go back to New York and see all the white guys who look just like you. I'm Cyndi Lauper, and if you don't know the beef that Aristotle has with me, it's because one time Aristotle was cast in a commercial to be in Cyndi Lauper's band, and then Cyndi Lauper, fired Aristotle on the spot because I told him to his face that I don't want him in this commercial because, and I quote myself, because you're a white guy, and I want diverse, and you're a white guy. I am Cyndi Lauper, and I am bad at perceiving other people's ethnicities. And I'm also, I fire people unconstitutionally, and resulting in material loss like $20,000, up to about $25,000 potentially. $15,000 to $25,000 is what Aristotle could have made on residuals from that commercial if he had appeared in that commercial. But I'm Cyndi Lauper, and I fire people if they're white, even if they're not. I'm just gonna. That's a part of the show, guys. All right, we're gonna write a song about. We're gonna write a song about it. Let me try to get some keys going. We're gonna make fun of the news presently. Do you guys know the difference between momentarily and presently? Well, some people say like momentarily, and they mean like momentarily means for an instant. If you say I'm gonna be there momentarily, that means you will be there for an instant. If you say I will be there presently, that means you will be there very soon. You will be there within a reasonable amount of time that is close to now. But a lot of times people get those reversed and whatnot and confused, and that's okay, because that's just the way English work. English is funny because you could just do whatever you want with it. It becomes the word. Whatever you say that day is the truth. That's like English is much like Trump's facts. This is gonna be the song we're writing for the news. Let's make fun of the news. All right, let's go make fun of the news. What's happening in the news, ladies and gents? What I do is I like to go to Twitter and then check out the latest trends and see what's going on there. Now, that's what we do over here on Aristotle Full Throttle. I don't know what you do to check the news, but the other night, I experienced an earthquake in Los Angeles. I was sitting there like this. And then I wasn't just headbanging. I said, earthquake, earthquake. And I said it like 5 times, earthquake. I was like this, earthquake. That's basically all you can do where there's an earthquake. You just go, oh, there's an earthquake, isn't it? I hope I don't have to turn the stove off and run outside naked. But there was an earthquake, so I go to Twitter. I go immediately to the trends, and then I see earthquake is trending. And that's how I know it was an actual earthquake and that I was not crazy. All right, trending in the news. Oh, we got DeSantis from Governor DeSantis proposes new legislation that increases penalties for crimes committed during protests. You know what that title could be? Florida man. Governor Ron DeSantis proposes new legislation that increases penalties for crimes committed during protests. Guess what? How about increasing penalties for crimes committed by not wearing your damn mask, you jackass? This guy has got problems. He opened up Florida earlier than most other states, and he also freaking cooked the books on it. He didn't give us the true facts of what was going on in Florida. This is a fact. Someone from the science board resigned from Florida because they said, listen, I cannot be a part of this mishigas. I cannot be a part of this lying. Ron DeSantis and his company does not want us to present to you the actual facts of the numbers of the people coming down with COVID, testing positively for COVID in Florida, because they want to open up because for some reason they think dead people will buy more things. Listen, we got to open up that economy because if the more people go outside, the more people will die, and then the more things we could sell to zombies. This is their thinking. Ron DeSantis is an absolute psychopath, and, you know, he clearly cares more about money than human lives, and this is where we've decided this country has gone wrong. The country has failed us. The president has failed us. There is no clear leadership in this country. So with this show, I hope to provide you some chuckles and maybe some, I don't know, some good advice. This is also relationship advice. Anybody want some relationship advice? I will give it to you. I won't follow it, but I'll give it to you. Okay. Conspiracy Trump, that's a hashtag that's trending. How about let's look at the top trends. Ron DeSantis can go jump in a lake. When I say let's go check out the news and let's make fun of it, I mean let's just read the hashtags. Number 2, instead of nudes, please send help. No nudes. Stop with your pics. Stop with your wiener pics. Send us like government cheese. Send us provisions. Send us masks. Number 3, hashtag, our vote is power. Yes, that's true. Your vote, if you're an American citizen, if you are in a country that has free and legal elections, you can use your vote as your one voice of power, your voice of liberty, your participation in your government. This country, the United States, is run by the people who live in it. I think that gets lost on a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, I think they think the government is over there, and then they do a thing, and then it affects me, and then I'm like, no, that sucks. No, you are the boss of them. Actually, Condyland, thank you for being here, and others. Jake A., thank you for being here. I appreciate your support, but I do have an anecdote about that. People sometimes think, so in my band, here's a good anecdote from a band. I'm not going to say who this was. It was my singer. He is an idiot. Sorry. That's true. Listen, if this ever gets back to him, that's fine. I think he would agree. He's kind of dumb. In the sense that, when I say dumb, you know, like your education, your background, your ability to recall facts, all of that doesn't matter. When I say dumb, it's like you give... Stupid is what stupid does, according to Forrest Gump, but it's also, if you are in a situation where you know better and you make the wrong choice, that's dumb. If you do a thing that you have done over and over again and it has only yielded detriment to your life and others, that's dumb, okay? So that was my singer, all right? I'm going to call him out. I don't care anymore. It's true. So many problems arose in that situation simply because of idiocy, because of dumb choices. It's a thing. It's true. Now, we had a manager. She's not very ethical. Guys, I don't want to sit here and appeal like I'm a saint, like I'm this saint, this sage who's never done anything wrong. I have learned my lessons over my life, and I've improved upon my life, and I actually value teachable moments. I'm like, oh, this is actually going to help improve my life and improve the people around me in my circle. I will take this advice. I will take the advice of others who have experienced and went through problems. I will learn from their mistakes and not do the same mistakes. This is something that I like to do personally. A lot of people like to make the mistakes for themselves and learn from them that way. That's fine too. However you like to improve yourself is invited and it's welcome. And I encourage that, and I only ask that you grow from it, that you grow from all of these experiences. Don't repeat them over and over to the point it's stupid. Don't be stupid, jackass. Don't be dumb. Don't be a dick and don't be dumb. Don't be a dopey dick, okay? This is what we want you to come away with from the show. Now, the singer of my band thought that the manager of our band was our boss. This is why I'm bringing it all back home to the point that a lot of people think that the government is what is our boss. We are not ruled by the government. We are actually in control of the fate of the future of this country. We call the shots. We, the people, use our vote to help shape this country and help shape the government. It is a representative government. That is the government in which we live in, or the government of the land in which we live in. Now, when you have a band and your singer thinks that the manager is your boss, that means like the manager says something and then we would, like, they literally said at some point basically, well, she says jump and we say how high. And I said, no, bro, that's not how managers work. Your manager works for you. That's why they take a percentage of our income. Then let that manager go at any point if we don't think it's working out. So let's in November, let's let this current president go. I think he's shown up somehow. He's here. He is the reality. We can change that reality. We have the power to change that reality, and I hope that we all do. Okay? So vote for Joe Biden. Vote for Joe Biden. And also vote for Joe Biden. Also, Kamala Harris, the VP. Please do that. Please right now just go to like vote.org, find out if you're registered, and vote for Joe Biden. Because we have the power to change the situation we're in. You have the power to get rid of your manager. I currently have an agent. A commercial agent I currently have. And they've been doing me good. They are commercial talent. They're called commercial talent. They've been doing good by me. They've been doing pretty good for me. And I've had them for about 5 years now. 4 years or 5 years maybe. And I keep renewing with them because I think they're good. But guess what? At any point, if I just feel like I need to jump ship, I can. At the end of the yearly contract. Do you see what I'm saying? We need to jump ship from this current administration because it has failed us horribly. Hey guys on Instagram, please donate to the ACLU. If not only the ACLU, but also donate to Aristotle Full Throttle. You could go to patreon.com/Aristotle Full Throttle. Let's check out a couple more trends, and then we're going to watch the trailer live of Wandavision from Marvel. And also, I'm giving away a PS5. Who wants a PS5? Do you want a PS5? The PS5 ain't even out yet, but you can pre-order it. And if I get to 10,000 subscribers on Twitch, if I get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, if we get there, a lucky throttler, someone who comments the most, someone who participates in the chats, someone who is a subscriber, someone who shares the media, people who are involved with the show and who've been involved with the show for a long time, I will pick the top. I will quantitatively choose the people who have been the most interactive with the show. And out of that 5, I will pull the name out of a hat live on the air, and that person will win a PS5. But, you know, there will also be consolation prizes. So the top 5 is going to win anything. The top 5 is going to win stuff anyway. Okay? But the number 1 is going to win the PS5. The top 5 is going to PS5, PS plus postscript PS, PS5. The top 5 going to win one thing. I hope that's as clear as can be. I just spilled my coffee on me. I was aiming for my mouth. I got it on my shirt. Best case scenario, I can get it in my beard. Let's see. Number 4. Attila the Hun. He hasn't been trending for like 1,000 years. Let's see what's going on with him. Attila the Hun, man. There were so many Huns, but Attila, that was the one. Attila was my favorite. Republican Kelly Loeffler's latest Senate ad seems to joke about killing liberals. The ad line, eliminate the liberal scribes. You know, I've mentioned this before on the show. By the way, the show is called the Anti-Bro Rogan Show. I've renamed it, rebranded the Aristotle Full Throttle Show to be Anti-Bro Rogan. We're going to be like a little bit more cognizant about social things. Joe Rogan is kind of a knucklehead, but I wouldn't fight him. Maybe I'll fight him for fun. He'd probably pop my shoulder out of joint. But I'm probably a foot taller than him, so I've got a reach advantage on Joe Rogan. I've also got a hair advantage on Joe Rogan. He is bald. Yeah, I've said this before on the show. Republicans tend to be violent and fearful, and Democrats and liberals seem to be loving and like the overwhelming things, they're hopeful and loving. That's like the bleeding heart liberal thing, you know what I mean? Liberals, hopeful, loving. That's how they try to get your vote. Conservatives, violence and fear. That's how they try to get your vote. It's just a thing. You're going to notice it. Once I said it, you're going to notice. Look at this, Will. And he's back. Working from home this week. Welcome back, Will. We've missed you. You are... I'm going to say this right now. Will is definitely in that top 5. Because Will has been contributing to the show. Adding value to the show for years now. Years. Is this Will? Ange, I'm looking at you too. But, you know, there's some people who have been here since the start, and I appreciate you guys deeply and fully, and you know, and also a lot. I'm knocking things around. All right, 2 more trends, and then we're going to get to this trailer for WandaVision, and we're going to talk about it, because I'm sure I will have thoughts, just as you all have thoughts, and I appreciate your input. Keith Jackson is trending. That says the word NFL above it, so I'm going to skip that trend. Let's see. CDC. CDC says guidance on airborne virus transmission was a draft published in error. Let's investigate. On Monday, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said that it erroneously posted guidance on how COVID-19 spreads throughout airborne particles that can remain suspended in the air and beyond 6 feet. I have remained in this cave since the beginning of the virus. I have pondered these paintings on the wall for 40,000 years, or what seems like 40,000 years for me. These paintings are old. The artist was interpreting the fauna of the time. They used charcoal embers to create rhinoceroses and saber-toothed tigers and mammoths and all kinds of animals. Animals which would easily eat me, for I am half pig, half Werner Herzog. I am Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog. Yeah, you know, that's funny. That's on some planet. That's funny. Tuning into Jupiter. Tuning into Uranus. Hopefully this message will land on a planet. This is the #1 show on the planet Xenon. I think. I bet you there's like 50 billion little green aliens watching this show, growing their fro out, being like, this is the jam right here. This is my shit. That's what these little green aliens are saying. Not on Earth though. On Earth they're like, what's Cardi B up to? I would like to have Cardi B on the show, please. Cardi B, if you're out there, I'd like to have you on the show. We'd like to talk to you mainly because you seem fascinating. You seem like you have a lot of ideas in your head, Cardi B. Seems like you figured it all out, Cardi B. Seems like everyone wants to talk to you, Cardi B, because you have all of the wisdom of the zeitgeist in your fingernails. All right, let's watch this trailer, guys, shall we? Get ready for it. You got to get your headphones on a new way each. Oh, yeah, I don't even have my headphones. I could put my headphones on, but you're going to hear it anyway. I got hit by the headphones. We're going to put virtual headphones on. You can't even see them. Might as well not even be there. All right, let's go. Marvel Studios presents Disney Plus streaming show Wandavision. Oh, that's a song from the 50s. I'm confused.
Wanda and Vision. Oh, we have 5 pets.
Just like I Love
This is
Lucy's.
our home now. I want us to fit in.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas.
Where did you two move from? How
Guess
long
was
have
like
you
a
been
joke.
married, and why don't you have children yet?
Our story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from...
Moved from where? Married when?
They're like the Mertz.
Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it. Stop
Uh-oh.
it.
Are they going to be on Full House, though? I got chills. Oh, she's hilarious.
No. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
We are an unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
I don't even understand anything. What was that? Let's watch it again, one more time, frame by frame, very slowly. Okay, guys. What are your thoughts initially? What did you think about that? I have thoughts. I think they're in like, because Jarvis was part of the intelligence, also Ultron was part of the creation of Vision. Also, he is imbued with Thor's energy. How are we going to figure this out? It looks pretty cool. I like that Vision looks exactly like he does. They didn't really tweak at all his suit or his look. He's exactly the same. I like that they go that they show here. Let's find that. The comic book accurate versions of them. I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, we'll get to that. Like, there's the 80s. That, what's her name? She's so hilarious. Do you know who I'm talking about? Here's one thing, though, guys. Here's a thought that I always have. Whenever they show, but I guess because they're just married, of course, they'll have a brand new Chevrolet or whatever that is. Whenever you see period cars or stuff from the 50s or 60s, there's always these, like, cars. So if you have a car from the 50s or 60s, you keep it in good condition, right? You keep it really well kept. The problem is, speaking of well kept, the problem is, they usually, if the movie takes place in 1955, it looks like every car was made that year and is perfectly shiny and polished. Maybe people polished up their cars all the time, but I imagine, just as I look out the window now, there are cars from like all over the last 20 years looking out the window. And they're in various states of, they're in various conditions. Whenever I watch a period piece, the cars are all brand new and kept well because people who own those cars still will rent them to the movies, and then actually they'll drive them on a flatbed truck and then put them in the parking spot just to sit in the background of these movies. But I buy it so far. Now this is very much like I Love Lucy. Remember I Love Lucy? Were it not for Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, there would be no Desilu Productions and there would be no Star Trek. I talked about that on the show. Star Trek was a Desilu production. Remember at the end of Star Trek, 1960s version of Star Trek, the original series, they had, at the end, it would say a Desilu production. That was Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, who also are the inventors, basically, of syndication. It was their idea, genius idea that they had, because Lucille Ball was a comedic genius back in the 50s. She was 40, and she was first lady pregnant on TV, because it was like taboo to say anything about being pregnant back in the day. They were like, uh-oh, pregnant, you can't do that, you can't be pregnant. People just spontaneously generate. So Lucille Ball was 40 at the time, and also, so like in Hollywood, if you're a lady, to this day, if you're over like 30, they're like, I don't know, your expiration date seemed to has passed. It's very unfair business. But we're going to talk about the Emmys maybe for a little bit too, right after this, and all of the Watchmen awards that they won. But this does remind me of I Love Lucy, purposely, because it looks like a sitcom situation. And the other people at the table are like Fred and Ethel Mertz.
This is our home now.
Look at the set here, by the way. See how the set is laid out? Sets for TV are laid out like in a weird W shape. So that you could shoot this way and then just turn the camera when they walk into another room, and it'll look like the wall is behind them. But the shape of the set is like this usually. It's very weird. The back walls. It's not like any home that exists in reality. But I think that's the idea for this show, that the show, clearly they are not in actual reality. They're on like a sitcom. I heard that they taped this as an actual sitcom too. They had a live studio audience for this.
This is our home now. I want us to fit in.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas.
Where did you two move from? How long have you been married and why?
Vision can and they got superpowers, so she's just pouring the wine with her mind.
Why don't you have children yet?
Our story.
I think what my wife.
See, they don't know where they're from. They don't know why they're there. They're in limbo, guys. Searching for Deborah Winger, actresses again, about being bankable. Yeah, Deborah Winger. Remember her? She was in No Way Out. Last time I checked, the premiere was We're in Her Imagination from Time to Time. The premise was, sorry. That, it does feel like that, right? Is she gonna like pull his consciousness back into reality because she has some kind of connection with the Mind Stone? Maybe.
Where? Married when? Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it. Stop.
So guess what, guys? The Mind Stone. She was created by the Mind Stone. That's why they have a connection to it. Maybe she has a connection to his consciousness and can pull it back out the ether. That's Paul Bettany. He looks better with a little bit more weight on him. Remember how skinny he was in Endgame? He was very skinny. Again, by the way, the joke being here. So here's an anecdote. On the I Love Lucy program, Fred and Ethel Mertz, they were also a like widely age-gapped couple. And let's see, Paul Bettany. How old is Paul Bettany? Not that this should matter, but this is just showing this is illustrative of the different standards in Hollywood. Paul Bettany is, we're Googling this, 1971. He is 49. And the sisters, Full House sisters, younger sister. They do a Full House thing here, right? Hold on a second. Oh, stop it. I'm just curious about this.
Is this really happening?
Oh, look. Why is he floating into air?
Am I dead?
That's Catherine Hahn. She's hilarious. Elizabeth Olsen is 31. Paul Bettany, 49. Elizabeth Olsen, 31. That's normal. 32. Well, it says here on Wikipedia, 31. February 16th, 1989. Yeah, Full House's younger sister and Paul Bettany. So, guys, I'm just saying that's how Hollywood works. In theory, Wanda is the only infinity-powered being still the MCU. Yeah, I guess Wanda and Captain Marvel are the strongest among... They have the power of the Infinity Stone within them.
Oh. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
Because you's dead, she said. Oh, wow. Who's that? Who dat? She looked like she's got some kind of power up her sleeve or something. This looks like Halloween, so because she's dressed up like a witch. Or she's a witch. Scarlet Witch? Maybe they're playing on that. I don't know. Because it's like subconscious dream-like world. Yeah, Halloween, guys. Everybody in the background walking around. The leaves are on the ground. This is clearly Halloween. Vision is dressed up like himself from the comics. Pretty cool. Interestingly enough, guys, you know how in movies, whenever they show Halloween and like everyone is equally spaced out in the background, all walking in different directions in immaculate costumes? Never really like an actual Halloween, where I grew up anyway. Where I grew up, the Halloween was like everybody had different degrees of costumes, and they were usually always just kind of messy and falling off. This, in the movie world, if it's the movie E.T., everyone has a fantastic, perfect costume, and they're all walking in different directions, all in the background, because the assistant director that day and the second were like, okay, background, go in these directions so that it looks like very well balanced in the background. But that doesn't really happen, except for when I lived in the Valley here in Los Angeles. I did experience all of the kids go trick-or-treating at once. There's basically like a half an hour at around 7 p.m., 6:30, 7. Everyone shows up at your door at once, and then that's it. I don't know if that's an LA thing or if that's like in your neighborhood. What is Halloween like in your neighborhood? Guys, if you are just tuning in, we're watching the trailer for Wandavision right now. And if you just tuning in right now somehow, you can go back to the beginning and watch my initial reaction. You can also support the show by sharing and liking this video. If you're on Instagram, you can Donate to the ACLU to help protect our American civil liberties. Or you could just have this on in the background while you do your work from home, Will. So this guy, now she's changing everything in her reality. So what is this her? What is she doing here? She's in her jammies and her slippers. We got a clear shot of slippers here. Now underneath this coffee table. Now look, zoom in, guys. Underneath the coffee table, we've got slippers. Ooh. Whoa. Someone's going through a dimension change right there. Someone's traveling through different realities. Look at that. Oh, that's that lady. Now she pops into this world and lands. She was covered with red electricity. Did you see that? Or whatever that power is. Do you remember when, see that? Do you remember when Thanos was going to get ripped apart by Scarlet Witch? She said, "You took everything from me." And he's like, "I don't even know who you are." She's like, "You will." And she's going to rip him. She starts ripping him apart. And he's like, "Rain fire." You guys know what I'm talking about. He was covered in red electric bolts like that. See that? We're just doing a little detective work here on Aristotle Full Throttle. Since Thanos atomized the stones, maybe they become conduits for all the power that has dispersed. Because now the MCU is a universe without stones. And like the ancient one said, vulnerable. The Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton. The Valley does Halloween bum rush style. It's indeed, the Valley just shows up. Everybody, it's like the Karate Kid. Remember Karate Kid? Everybody dresses up in skull and bones. And then Mr. Miyagi kicks all their butts. So who's that lady? We're going to try to speculate on who this lady is. Because she's looking right at us. Now she's breaking the fourth wall. Is she Tayona Paris?
We are an unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
They are unusual. He's a robot. But that's not that out of the ordinary today, guys. You can get a robot. You can get a real doll. You can get whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. What did you guys think about that trailer? Let me know right now. What did you guys think about the Emmys last night? We'll go out on the Emmys. Something's frozen. My computer's frozen. All right, my computer's frozen, so I'm just going to wait. Oh.
Hey. How about that? The computer likes to freeze. That's why I don't deal with computers. I just deal with rocks. I am a rock biter. Limestone is my favorite. Does anybody like to play the bass? I have a giant bass guitar the size of probably like the Empire State Building. It's a giant bass guitar. It's very low. It goes very low. It goes like down to Z notes. You know, most scales go up to G and then start over. G sharp, but then A again. But my bass guitar goes all the way down. Like all the way down to like Z. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's real low. Oh no, there's a story about Ellen. Let's talk about Ellen.
Uh-oh. Guys, my computer's...
What is even happening? We're back. We'll talk about the Emmys. We'll talk about. I guess he's going to talk about Ellen now. What has he got against Ellen? She seems to be the nicest person in TV. I mean, at least she seems that way. Why would I imagine she's any different than what she seems like on TV?
You know, because everything, you know, things on TV are not what they seem sometimes. That's right. Take it from Freeze, Seth Rogen. What do you know, Seth Rogen? I know how to be successful, and it seems like this show is struggling with that. You just wait. We've got an ace in the hole. This show is going to be number one. Number one in what? oh, Ellen just came out. Ellen came out 20 years ago. I'm saying Ellen, her season premiere for this season of the show, of her live show, titled Ellen, she's like well, I don't even know if she apologized, but she addressed the controversy surrounding her show. You know, I've worked on the Ellen show, and she's like, there seems to be a toxic environment that I had no idea about. Sorry, I just had a robotic heart installed. Let's see if nope, he's not going to show up. I'm still downloading. Guys, I've worked on the Ellen show several times. I've worked on, you know, when they go to the video clips on the Ellen show and they're like, let's go to the video clip. And then they'll show like a clip of something, or Ellen Digital will show different videos that they have. They're like, look, these people, they went on the cookout. And then they show the people on the cookout, and then they cut to the in-studio, and then she's interviewing them in the studio for like 3 minutes. I work on the videos that she's showing on the show. And my experience on that show has been that there's a weird environment, okay? Unlike most shows that I work on, it's just, here's the sense that I got from the Ellen show. And I've been telling people in my close circle of friends and family, very in confidence, but now since it's out in the open, I've been like, I don't feel comfortable with the Ellen environment. There's something weird going on. It's very racialistic. Like, for instance, guys, if you watch the Ellen show, there are a lot of, let me get my voice sounding, optimal. This is the optimal. Oh, we didn't even hear from Carl Weathers yet. But I've worked on the Ellen show several times. And the thing that's made me feel way uncomfortable is the fact that the crew, besides me, yeah, you're a white guy, is mostly white individuals. And not that matters, but it kind of does. It kind of does in context. So when I would go to set, I didn't notice anything different at first, because I'd be on set and I'm like, we're just doing a job. But then I noticed that the Ellen show in particular would go to like South LA and very like all black neighborhoods. So there'd be a crew of 98% white people. White dudes mostly, 2/3 white guys, 1/3 white women, and then me. And maybe like a hairstylist who's not white. Maybe the medic who's not white. And I only noticed when I was one of the only 2 people on a crew inside of a it's always a poor neighborhood that they go to that is all black. And then they're like, here's a free laptop, be happy and feel rewarded. And we're going to video that so that we look like we're connected with the community, but it's not. It's just not representative when you go to that place. It felt very pedantic. It felt very condescending to have an all-white crew kind of show up and then like hand out sort of these small things in the grand scheme of things, but things that are definitely helpful to people. So it's like a double-edged sword. They were helping people like... They said, here's a new laptop so that you can go to school with the new laptop, you know? And then they're videoing it, so it's a feel-good segment for the Ellen show, and then it makes Ellen look cool, like she's in touch with the black community, but it's just not. It's a bunch of white people going into a black community and then putting that stuff on TV, and it just felt so icky. And it's very, very icky. And the environment that they're addressing, I mentioned several times to people that I know. I was like, Ellen is #1 in daytime talk show TV. She's the #1 afternoon talk show host in the whole country and is like dominant. She is 30 seconds left on Instagram. If you guys want to hear the rest of the story, go to AristotleFullThrottle.com. It's a little bit shaky because it's like an earthquake. Sorry, just kidding, guys. But on Instagram, either donate to the ACLU, donate to this channel, or you could just go hang out on AristotleFullThrottle.com or twitch.tv/AristotleFullThrottle. The things that I noticed on the set of The Ellen Show were that people are under Ellen's. AFT can't be downloaded because there isn't enough free space. Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm going to have to clean up my hard drive. Ellen Disingenuous. That is a perfect name for her. Yes, the thing is, I felt that the many producers that work under Ellen, that the many people who work under her, are very much in a Stockholm syndrome. Ellen is number one. You don't get to be number one unless you work hard at being number one. And we hope to be number one. We're going to beat Ellen on this show, I promise. I want to anyway. That's the goal, right? Be number one in whatever we're doing here. We're number one on planet Xenon. Just got to make it to Earth. Ellen is number one because she wants to be. Not only is Ellen number one because she wants to be, Ellen wants to stay number one. And you could feel it. You can feel that stuff on set. You are on set of the Ellen show and you're like, everybody's happy-go-lucky, but there's a stress in the air. There's a pressure in the air. And you could feel it, and people are driving themselves insane on that set because Ellen is number one, and not only is she number one, she want to stay there. And she looks all happy-go-lucky and nice and sweet and friendly and whatnot. But you gotta, like, you have to really put into perspective. When you are... I've been watching the show Cobra Kai. I love the show Cobra Kai. I started it over because I love it so much. It's so much fun. But what it does is it plays on the image of Daniel LaRusso. Daniel LaRusso being the hero of the All Valley Karate Championship, right? From the Karate Kid. You guys remember the Karate Kid? He won the Karate Kid. He won. He was the Karate Kid. He beat Johnny. Johnny seemed like the bully, and he seemed to... But no. Daniel LaRusso. I've got it... Ellen DeGeneres put something in my coffee. Karate Championship. And he don't want you to forget it. You see what I'm saying? Maybe he got there because of his hard work, but he doesn't want you to forget it. He also has that taste of the power and the glory, and he's like, I like this. I want to be. So that's what Ellen wakes up in the morning. Nothing in hell will bring it down. That's Ellen, you know, for good, for better or for worse. And it is for worse if you work under her, okay? That's my 2 cents. Rogan show. This ain't no Bro Rogan. That's the stinger. Right there. One more time. How about this one?
This ain't no Bro Rogan.
I don't even know what that means. I think what I mean by that is that we don't bro out like Joe Rogan and his... Joe Rogan, he has extraordinary guests on his show. He is number one. He's worth... Oh, that's only about 100 million more than I'm worth. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. The problem is, Joe, I don't feel like he's the best voice he's not very representative of a lot of people. I don't think there is someone who is representative of, say, a group that I'm in. I don't ever find anybody who feels like I can relate to them 100%. No, if there is someone who is prominently featured in the media, who looks like me and has a voice in the mix. So I would like to be that voice. Okay? Okay? Let me just to piggyback on that point. There aren't very many Long Islanders. Like, for instance, Yoda is not from Dagobah. Why is Uncle Owen dressed like a Jedi? Why isn't it reversed? Why isn't it Obi-Wan Kenobi who is dressed like a commoner? You know, you see what I'm saying? Because he was a Jedi. Jedi should have, like, individual-looking outfits, not all these stupid robes. Anyway, I'm wearing a stupid robe. Wear your stupid mask. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Blurred dads. Where y'all at? That's it. That's what we want, right? We want representation. We want jokes, dad jokes. Blurdy dad jokes. That's what we want here. You know, I take it, blurred words. I like the idea of black nerds. I like being a brown nerd myself. I like being part of the brown and black nerd community. But I hope one day we all transcend and just become nerds together. You know, like I like Andre Meadows a lot. I met him. He's a nice guy and he's very funny. But he is the OG black nerd. Black nerd comedy is his handle. And but I always thought, and it's pretty cool that he's been at it for a long time, but he still does not have the same amount of followers that like Chris Stuckman has. Guys, you know how much I hate Chris Stuckman. I don't have anything personally against Chris Stuckman. He seems like a nice guy. He has a fine show. It's just boring as all get out, okay? It's not interesting. He's not an interesting guy. Chris Stuckman out there, you're boring, okay? Jeremy Johns, you're actually funny. I like you. You're interesting. You're funny. You have a good point of view. Jeremy Johns, I like you. I see why you are dominating this genre. Chris Stuckman, get out of here. Boring. Andre Meadows is like this much of the share of the attention span on YouTube. This much. The dude is like genuinely super nerd. And he's got like this much of the market share, if you will, the attention span of YouTube. Chris Stuckman's got all this right here. He's got the bandwidth, and he just sits there and goes like this. This is Chris Stuckman, ready, guys? I found this movie very interesting. It surprised me. Go to sleep, Chris Stuckman. Stay asleep. This guy right over here, this stormtrooper, he's sleeping on the couch. He falls asleep to Chris Stuckman every night. You know, I had a talk with Andre Meadows, and a frank talk, actually. I said, hey, Andre, big fan of yours. Been watching your show. We talked for about 5 minutes. And he's like, cool, cool, man. Interesting to meet you. Nice. I hope to watch your show. You know, he said the things he's supposed to say because, he's meeting lots of people at the conventions. But I was like, I find it interesting that people who look like you and me don't have the, and he's like, it's very interesting that you say that. And he kind of gave me this knowing, like, yeah, isn't that, it was just like, God, this is amazing that this just showed up on his own. You know why? Because that folder is downloading in the background right now. How do I do this? Voice now. I've got his voice. Guys, my computer is so slow right now. All right, here we go.
Here we go. This is Robocoptopus. This is perfect. Your move, creep.
Oh, wait. I found the perfect voice for Robocoptopus.
Your move, creep. This is Robocoptopus. I am one part robot, one part cop.
Brought to you by Oliver Williams and Chris Gino.
I am Robocoptopus. There's a crime happening. There's a crime happening right here, comedy crimes. I would like to pull you over and throw you into comedy jail. This is terrible. I am... you are all...
Robocoptopus. What? What's going on?
Thank you, Angie. I am Robocoptopus. Where's Clarence Boddicker? I would like to... But then I went to the police academy. And then I was working as a cop for several years, and I was practicing this gun because T2. Dr. Octopus, he dies at the... Remember when they used to just kill every supervillain? They used to just kill every supervillain at the end of every... And there was like no room for growth. That's why I like the Dark Knight, because they didn't kill... They didn't kill the Scarecrow. They didn't kill Joker. Anyway. Now I've got 8 arms, okay? I've got 8 limbs, let's say. And I've got 8 guns. They all shoot octopus ink. Your move, creep.
RoboCop is one of the best. How does that sound? Does that sound funny? Because I accidentally have like a feedback situation going on with that. I've been trying to find a vocoder to voice RoboCop, and somehow I have this now. The Dick Jones, you are wanted for murder. I've only got part of a car here. I'm always stepping out of it. I'll be away. See you guys later. Oh. RoboCop is incredible. I just rewatched it recently. Incredible movie. Did we cover everything today, guys? Did we get to everything? Because I got more. Yeah, you got to watch. That's true. Andre Meadows is the OG. I hope. Yes, Andre Meadows is cool. Guys, support your local show as long as it's interesting. I think that this show was more interesting than Chris Stuckman. If it's not, shoot me dead. Do you need to be shot dead? I'll shoot you dead. Your move, creep. Is that all you can say, RoboCop to puss? Almost just like him. That's really what we're going for here. We're looking for almost just like. I don't understand. It was at that moment we were all watching Aristotle Full Throttle grow and learn a new impression. What is the show? What is this life? What even is Werner Herzog? We shall never know. What we will know, though, is that this show should be cancelled immediately. But there's no way of cancelling this show. There is no way to end what is not being seen. If something is not watched, does it exist at all? That is a question that I have about this show. Can I even see it? Or should I stay in this cave? No one will ever know. I'd like to see the baby. Oh, hey, Werner Herzog. It's nice to see you. I'd like to see you, but my glasses they somehow never stay on my face. I've tried to tie them on. I've taped them to my face. But you should always tape your mask to your face. Keep your mask on your face. All times, please.
Your move, creep. Somewhere there's a baby Dr. Yoda baby Fauci. Thank you. You are under arrest. What does RoboCop even say? What do I even say? I have not much to say. Clarence Boddicker. Book him. I'm going all of the prime directives of comedy. He shall be forever and henceforth known as a comedy criminal. We will put him in jail. Because... What? RoboCoptopus? Don't even try it. Your move, creep. Freeze.
We'll develop him. He'll be good at some point. We'll develop the RoboCoptopus character.
I am not only a cop. I am a cop. I am also a octopus, a robot octopus, RoboCoptopus. I was invented by Christian New and Oliver Williams. They've upgraded my suit from a jetpack from RoboCop 3, and I have also turned back into historian Peter Weller.
Peter Weller. Black Nerd Comedy. Aristotle, Full Throttle. Wait a second. I think Aristotle was about to say something, but it was definitely not worth it, so you are under arrest.
Impression. He's Batman's shirt. Told everyone to buy. Oh. Thank you, Jen the Fierce. I would like to remind everyone to buy. I don't. Hang on, hold on a second. I gotta push all the buttons. Oh, you need to buy an Aristotle Full Throttle shirt. Just like Jen the Fierce said, I would appreciate if you installed this shirt. Not all of them talk, but this one, in fact, does. That's right. This is Mini Aristotle Full Throttle. I'm just an Aristotle Full Throttle shirt. Oh. This is just a shirt, okay? You might not have a talking shirt. I can't promise that you'll have a talking shirt. Why does my voice crack? Why does Mini Aristotle Full Throttle's voice crack? Whoa, the cheese nips just kind of appear and disappear. That's right, Aristotle Full Throttle t-shirt. You can get this shirt, or at least this insignia, at Aristotle Full Throttle on Teespring. There are links below. Also, thank you, Jen, for editing these shows. And also, we are sorry. On behalf of Aristotle Full Throttle, thank you, and I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. You could get your own shirt. Just go to... Just go get one. Just get a shirt. Put a shirt on, will ya? Yeah, you know, or you could... Oh, man. What happened? I have to fix that. Here, let's just fix it now. I don't know what happened. I pressed a button. And everything's disappearing. Okay, wait, hold on. We're going to watch the show get fixed. We're going to watch the show get fixed as if it were a feral cat. That we need to... Hey, whoa! This is the most fascinating part of the show, guys. When I realize I've messed up. I'll fix that later. Yeah, fix that later. Now I have an Aristotle Full Throttle utility in my utility belt. That's a very interesting belt you have there. You know, unless you want to show off your pectoral muscles, go get a shirt. I see this suit that I have actually shows off my pectoral muscles, but it's also a suit. It's kind of amazing. Jesus. Why don't you answer that? How could I answer? I should answer it. Oh, actually, I should. I am expecting a call. The bat phone is ringing. The red bat phone. Is it Commissioner Gordon? You should really have Commissioner Gordon on the show, don't you think? Maybe, Freeze, you should find your own bat lair. Your own bat cave. Yeah, but my theme is like Freeze. It's cool, it's cold stuff. I would rather just chill out in a like cool ice cave somewhere. And this is close enough, you know. It's like hundreds of degrees outside. We're in the valley, you know. Yes, I am very aware of that. Freeze. Anyone want some tea? As long as it's iced. Let's wrap this show up. Jen, you have really helped remind us all that it's important to support your team, to be a part of a team in a growing community. As you can see here in the Bat Cave, with random flashing lights. I've got my two closest villains. Frenemies, if you will. Has my status elevated to frenemy? Yes, Hannibal. I may just take you up on that cup of tea sometime. But in the meantime, you should all get a T-shirt. That's Teespring. The link is below. Aristotle Full Throttle. Just Google it, man. Yes, do it. Google it. Give me a second here. Google it. While we wait for things to download, by tomorrow the show should be back to normal. Tomorrow, join us as our guest will be the great Evan Ball. He is a filmmaker, writer extraordinaire. Tomorrow at noon, 12 p. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, come join us. It will be wonderful.
Yeah, this has been a great... Hey, Batman. You seem to be everywhere all at once.
Well, Rockbiter, I am the world's most dangerous detective man. I am a man, and I am a detective, and I am a Batman.
I get it. It's all in the suit.
Yes. Rockbiter, why aren't you wearing an Aristotle Full Throttle t-shirt?
Yeah, but, well, you know, I promise I'll get one someday. You know, maybe when the show gets really big. Maybe when it's really, really, really big, like me. Maybe there'll be a t-shirt the size big enough for me to wear.
Well, Rockbiter, there's all kinds. We've got XL, XXL, XXXX. XL.
Oh. Well, I'm an
The Hall of Justice.
Somewhere there are crimes happening. Batman, you seem to be everywhere. Batman, we need to get rid of you, Batman. I'm going to arrest you. You are, do you have any shirts in my size, actually? Yes. Yes, we do.
Good God, this show, it just doesn't end, does it? It just keeps going. It's like kind of really insane. I don't understand what kind of show would subject their viewers to all of this kind of abuse. It seems really kind of crazy.
XXL.
Well, we have that size for you too. You can order your shirt. You can support this nonsense. Hey, look, it's Grace Slick on AristotleFullThrottle.com and Patreon/AristotleFullThrottle. We did it, guys. We did it. I did it. We did it. You did it. I did it. We could do this forever. We probably will have to. This virus ain't going away anytime soon. Neither is this show. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you. I really do. This is a wonderful time that we have here every day. And I'm so glad to see that all the participation in today's show. Tomorrow we're going to talk to Evan Ball, and it's going to be a ball. We're going to have a ball tomorrow on Aristotle Full Throttle. We did it again. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, your bro with the fro, and I'll see you tomorrow.